X62 here, back once again with another live stream. This time we're going to be going back to the world of Middle-earth and playing some more The Third Age. Um, I wanted to hop back into this one again because A, I like the game, and I just wanted to do it again. It's kind of a longer game. It's like close to 30 hours, I think, on average. So it just felt like it'd be a good time to play it. Just to make more progress. But also I don't know exactly what the other games I'm going to add to my queue are yet. The RPG games won the vote, um, the first vote, but I have more games posted in another poll in the community page on my YouTube. So if any of y'all want to hop over there and have your say about what I play next and what I add to my queue, go over there, definitely for sure. Or you can mention it in the chat here. That'd be sick. And of course, there's my Discord, all of which I have posted links to in the chat. So I would really appreciate it if y'all had some thoughts. Oh boy, I forgot we got to go down here. I'm hoping to finish this section of the game here. Let's go ahead and finish the armored veteran fast, get him out of the way. Let's go for Company Valor first. Hello, Bakwalandia. Welcome back. Let's see if Elagos can take him out. Okay, that's definitely something we'll take. This might take a little bit longer, so we'll go ahead and throw in a Fellowship Grace as well. And then Company might round everything out. Ow. Okay. I'm going to try to make use of my Creature Bane still, just to get that skill tree up. Because if I can get Blinding Shot, then I'll have reasons to go into it, aside from just against like wargs and stuff. Now let's see if we can't drain away all of this guy's mana. I don't know if that's all of it, but that's a fair bit of it. If we can force him to just use Orc Bash, then this could be a good time to get some skills up. First of all, let's taunt him. Get him just attacking Barathor, then it's easier to keep up with the healing. It's off a Creature Bane. We've already got everything. So we'll go ahead and start just wearing them down. Ooh, and there's Citadel Rage. Nice. I'm glad I remembered to do that. Let's go ahead and heal Barathor. We can go ahead and Guardian Strike. Ooh, that finished him. I didn't think it would. How are you doing today, Bakwalandia? Is that how you pronounce that? I have no idea. Ooh, nice level up, Idriel. And some armor for you. Very nice. Another Elven stone. Elf stone. Let's go ahead and, now that we've searched the area thoroughly. So one thing that I was thinking of doing as sort of like a mini challenge for this game, I don't know. I might not fully invest in this. We'll just invest in Idril's Constitution for now. But I was considering doing a playthrough where I balanced out everyone's stats perfectly every time. I would focus on that as I leveled them up. And I don't know if that's what I'm going to end up going with overall. Definitely get Aphelion from Wrath. And we'll focus on Stand Fast. Citadel Might. Oh, no, you're fine, dude. I was just asking how you were doing. But yeah, I was thinking that that as I go through the game, I might just try to balance everyone's stats out. Um, that might be a fun challenge because usually you can just like buff up people like Idriel's Spirit or whatever the most important stats are, and then just like sweep through the game pretty easily. But it could be an interesting change of pace to try to balance that out for everyone, especially if you want to try to use all of their skills. Because I got thinking that Elagos gets a really cool spirit attack at the very end of his ranger skills. But usually by that point you have invested everything for him into like strength and dexterity, so you don't get the chance to really make use of anything like that. So I was thinking about doing that, where there's not a lot of XP. Or AP, rather. By taunt. Okay, I don't go next. Let's just get the Company Valor up then. That's not good. Ow. Yeah, I definitely agree. That generally with Elagos you want strength and dexterity, specifically dexterity, because you don't want him to miss. He's mainly focused around crowd control. But I was just thinking it might be fun to try to balance, to try to find more of a balance to it compared to normal playthroughs. Because you're generally always just focusing on those things for him, and by the time you get to something like Northern Storm, I think it's called, then it's not really good, just because you've dumped everything into his generally important stats. So balancing out across the way for everyone could be interesting. Let's go ahead and take that orc down. Did I? Yeah, piercing mighted you. The flag guy. Oh, nice dodge. Let's go ahead and get Mr. Flagman on Barathor. And there's Stand Fast. Oh, that was the foe's melee damage, not melee defense. Well, oh well. We'll go ahead and start using Creature Bane because I still want to level up that tree to get something else. And there it is. Nice. Good solid miss. Did I get Company Might out? I did. Stand Fast is not helpful at the moment, so let's just start grinding away at these orcs. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw out an aim shot just for some more damage. I think we'll get out of this fight in just a minute here. Let's go ahead and Orc Bane. And he's down. Barathor's still on a good spot. AP-wise, the Limbus didn't really help him that much. So yeah, for example, for my idea, I'd be giving one Constitution and one Speed, um, to Elagast, just because they're lower than the others. I think I might do that anyway, because Elagast is generally very frail, especially early on. So I think just going for that might not be too bad. We'll go for Company Resistance next. Wounding Strike. I still need to hit a melee attack with Idriel so I can get Wounding Strike and start working on Stunning Strike, because Stunning is very nice. Gift of Galadriel. Arrow Flurry. I think Draining Shot or Crippling Shot is probably more important. I'm going to go for Draining Shot, just because the healing is good to have. And if we start getting up to a point where we might get a fight, I'll give Barathor some Limbus, just to get his action points back up. Seems like I'll have to do that now if I want a chance. I don't need to do one of those. We'll just do the one. I think that'll be enough. Are we getting it? Okay. Nice waste of Limbus there. Okay, now I think going straight is the main path. So I could go up front and get the last party member, but I don't know if I can double back. So I'm just gonna go this way for now. Oh, I actually got surprised there. Wow, that is quite the scenario. Let's go ahead and weaken Mr. Twin Sword guy. Just get that Wounding Strike so we can start working on our next stuff. We'll go ahead and blind him too, because he's going to be a big threat. Can't exactly reduce the chances to hit with Murder of Crows. See, already there, Elagast taking a lot of damage, so the chance to drain health would be very nice. Let's get Company Valor up. Maybe he can dodge some more attacks if they come his way. Oof, not from him. Elagast is not doing well right now. Let's go ahead and get the Company Might up. And we'll heal Elagast. I'll also go ahead and blind the second Sword Orc. Ooh, that killed. Wasn't sure if that would. Ow. Stop going for Elagast. Stop going for Elagast. That's better, but it's still a lot of damage. I don't like that. Okay, I think the first order of business has to be taking this guy in the middle down. Even if we take some more hits from other fighters. You know what, I think a Loudwater Fury definitely takes him out. So I'm gonna blind the other orc. Instead of healing, oh right, I forgot, it's just a one shot. And then hope that he doesn't kill Elagast. Nice. And now I can taunt him. Even though I probably don't need to. Nice. My goat Elagast carrying as always. Ignore his health. No one was looking at his health there. Oh, whoops. New pendant. That's definitely a good increase. And then skills. I think it was just Idriel. I definitely prefer Stunning Strike over Elven Rage. And that's still looking good to me for everything else. I don't know if I'm forced into another fight from any of this. I think I am. I should probably go back and save, just so I can get the healing. Alright, so I think there's definitely another fight somewhere around here that I'm probably here. Oh. Surprisingly not. I will take a cloak for Elagos, though. Definite improvement. And looks a bit cooler, too. I've always liked more green-hued things. Nothing back there. And now, I guess the way we're going is that way, so I should explore this way. Must find him out at the... Okay. So I have to go the other way. I guess it's not so bad. We get to get some more experience with our last party member. And looks like we're actually there. Oh, no, we're not. This is something else. Hello, Mr. Orcman. I definitely want to get Pierce Will. Oh, I thought those guys would die. I guess not. Oh well. Not so bad. We'll take advantage of Idriel's sword skills now. Or she'll miss. But yeah. If we can get Idriel the Stunning Strike, that'll be huge for upcoming missions. Since I can guarantee what Elagos is working towards, I'll just do a blinding shot. And that, see, that does kill. Piercing Might does not. So I guess Piercing Might's just not that strong, which makes sense, actually. And a Fluid Strike should kill this guy. Wow, that did so much, actually. Yeah, go ahead and hit Idriel with Spirit Attack. Be my guest. That did do a bit more than I thought, but... we'll go ahead and taunt him just to make sure that the damage is consistently on one person. Nice. Well, Wounding Strike. This Pierce will reduce the Spirit Defense. Yeah, I'd rather go for Creature Bane here, just to increase, just to improve a skill I already know that I want. Whereas the Ranger skill could be on something I don't, or at least don't want to prioritize, because that one finally splits. Ooh, and Idriel gets a tiara thing. Ooh, new epic scene. I was thinking about not doing these just because I got a lot of copyright stuff last time when I posted to YouTube, but we'll do it.
War is soon to come to our time.
We'll just have to remove the music, and that's fine.
Even Saruman sends forth his cruel orc servants. I escaped his trap at Orthanc.
And the Urgai are really cool and really intimidating.
And I finished my task.
And Saruman's such a cool villain, orchestrating all this just to be able to hope to overthrow Saruman one day with the ring, or overthrow Saruman with the ring.
As I speak within your mind, Saruman rallies the wild men to his cause.
Well, we already beat him, so
They will pour forth here and in Rohan, burning as they go. I would suggest you find the dwarf quickly, before Saruman wins his war in this land.
might be wise. Might be wise. Anyway, yeah, let's get Idriel that tiara. I don't think anyone else has anything. But Elagast, do be having a new skill. Arrows of Sleep. Okay, that is the one I want. Although Paralyzing Shot is great too. But I think Arrows of Sleep is generally better. Yeah. Okay. And there's the last Elfstone. Armor Enhancement. That's probably got to go on Elagast again. I'm putting them all in Elagast. He just has the least armor of all of them. Yeah, I've just got to do it. It would make the most sense to put on Barathor as the tank. But Elagast just takes so much damage when he gets hit. We'll go ahead and save since we're passing by. And I think we've lost quite a lot of action points, if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and get our dwarf, because I think that's immediately following this. I think that's what's going on this way. So I just realized that's how we got Elrond's map. I just thought back to it. Why do we need a map from Elrond for this land? Oh, another safe spot. So I know this split. To the left we have to the left we pick up the dwarf. To the right, that's where we go to enter Moria. And we should definitely be able to finish Eregion this playthrough, or not this playthrough. This session. We should have no troubles.
Fresh tracks. The dwarf came this way.
He is heavy for one so small.
I'd be careful not to say that around him.
Quiet. Both of you. I hear something.
Well, Ranger, it's about time.
I had Hod. Alright. Now how this actually works out is that I think just anyone, as long as they touch the battlefield, I think they're considered to have gotten to be getting the. So characters get like a set amount of XP, and I think they get double that as just as long as they've touched the battlefield, which we'll see at the end of this fight. So Idril just being here for this should have gotten her the double XP. Anyway, let's blind this guy. And then we can activate Company Valor just to make sure that there's the least possible chance that something gets hit here. And it happened anyway. Okay, so Hadhod can actually switch out here. I'm going to go ahead and taunt the Cave Troll. Just to make sure he's hitting Hadhod, who has the most health and is generally the beefiest. And then I want to activate Stone Shield on himself. Stone Shield takes a lot of Stone Shield makes him gives him basically just it gives him a damage that he just sponges and takes nothing from. And now I'm gonna activate Fellowship of Grace because this is actually a fight that could be a bit of a grind. So the more XP everyone's regenerating, or the more AP that everyone's regenerating, the better things will be for all of us. And nice miss. Okay. Now all of Hadhod's spirit stuff is so expensive. So we're just going to go for normal goblin, or dwarven cleaves. Then Barathor can go for company might. And I guess there's a chance we might have to switch to Idril. So we'll just go ahead and Pierce Will first before we start hitting with Creature Bane. Yeah, we've already hit him with everything else. Nice miss again. The blinding shots and the Company Valor are really coming in handy here. And we'll hit him with a Shattering Strike. This guy's getting so many debuffs on him. And he's still not taking any damage. Ooh, triple critical. That's really good. Okay. Blinded. He is piercing my... Okay, so yeah. Elagos would be best used just dealing general damage. And Creature Bane is probably the best to do that with, although Aim Strike might be up there as well. And Barathor, yeah. Just do Guardian Strike because that'll get you more Spirit points than trying to, than both being slowed by Citadel Rage and dealing more damage with Citadel Rage. See, yeah, that was a crit. Let's examine this thing a bit. Fragile to pierce. But everything else is normal. I don't know how to check what kind of damage my moves do, at least not in the middle of combat. See, it just says ranged. Doesn't say like whether it does piercing damage or whatever. We'll just keep going Creature Bane. Ooh, nice. Some crits are definitely helping my odds here. And Vidriel gets the XP. Which I believe she should. Okay, no, she did not. So she has to actually do something to get the increased XP. Noted. Got Hadhod the Dwarf. Switching characters. Press L1 to bring in off-screen characters during a battle. You received an epic scene. The Dwarf. Hadhod is one of the ancient but stubborn dwarf race.
This dwarf who joins your company heralds from a people who hold themselves apart from other races. But they are a race that feels deeply, and when decided upon trust, their friendship lasts many lifetimes. I have met a few of these stout fellows in my time. They appear small, but are not to be trifled with. Do remember, as you enter their ancestral home, that their pride, greed, and stubborn magnificence created this now decaying wonder.
Okay. So my new plan is to have whoever gets 2 turns in a row, we'll use those. We'll use one of those to hit and the other to switch out to whoever needs to come in. Okay, we'll get Barathor's Constitution and Strength up. We'll get Elagos' Dexterity up a lot. I always like making sure that he hits. And Hadhod's a little bit spread out here. We'll give him some Spirit. We'll give him a lot of Spirit first of all, because he'll really need it for his just if he wants to get his Spirit powers up at all. What level is Hadhod's level 9. We'll switch him to the front of the party. Stunning Strike, Gift of Galadriel, Thelion Wrath, Company Resistance, Draining Shot, Arrows of Sleep. Ah, yes, you. Cleaving Wound, that's good. Endure Flame is going to be important later. But I think I might go for Mountain Shield first. Because that's just Stone Shield, but it affects everyone. And that's, as you can expect, that's a very good ability for ignoring incoming damage. Oh yeah, I said I switched to Hadhod. So yeah, every fight is gonna be a bit more tedious than I expected. Because I was hoping to just be able to switch like one character, like once we get a full party later on, I was hoping to just be able to switch one character around a few times at the beginning of a battle. Because the next person you bring in can move immediately. And so I was hoping that it would work like that, so that I could do that as much as possible right off the bat, and then not have to worry about it. But it seems like I'll have to pivot my party around a bit more than I anticipated. At least if I don't want to end up with the same. Because we have 6 total characters, and if I do that, then what would make the most sense is if it was just the same 2 different party comps of 3. Because it's more likely that 3 characters will move in a row, and then move in a row again, than anything else. Unless I specifically go out of my way to make that not the case. Alright, let's go ahead and blind Mr. Sword Orc. I don't really want to use any leadership abilities if someone else is going to have to switch out really soon. So let's just start doing damage. Okay. Let's go ahead and just start draining away at this guy. Alright, now we'll switch Elagast out. And we'll go ahead and get a Wounding Strike on this guy. To do some damage over time. That's gonna hurt Barathor. Might go down if he gets hit with another one. Okay, no, it was Idril, that's fine. He can set up some defenses with Hadhod and heal with Idril. Now we'll taunt with Hadhod. And we'll Company Might first. Okay, we're going to throw up a Stone Shield on Barathor. And Idril can also heal him. And there's the Wounding Strike taking effect. So he goes down. And we'll go ahead and Orcbane the new target for really good damage. If it's a Mark Bash, I don't really care if he gets hit. Dwarven Cleave. And a Cleaving Wound already. Very good. Go ahead and take him down. Hadhod's AP is getting quite low. We'll just go ahead and do a Cleaving Wound. Ooh, that did a lot. I forgot how much Cleaving Wound does over time. My boy Hadhod. Now please tell me Elagast got the same amount of XP. Okay. Good. We'll go ahead and buff up her dexterity. If we're going to try to use her first swords for anything with her sword, it's going to be to do like statuses and stuff. Anyway, good to know that as long as someone does an action, or at least an offensive action in combat, it does count towards that. And Crippling Smash. Yes, that will be good. Crippling Smash is an excellent ability, because slowing the attack rate of a target is imperative. If we get a couple people with crippling abilities, and we can maybe just use them back and forth on the same enemy over and over again. Okay, I believe this is the last fight before we enter Moria. And we can wrap things up with Evil Mode. Oops, spoiler alert. I forgot to mention that existed. Alright, so, quests. Find the Westgate, that's all we need. Alright. Oh, there we go. Got XP hat on.
Look! Elves prowl the shore.
Oh no, we have to fight orcs. Just kidding.
What is this thing? Prepare to fire. Fire!
We get to fight some not some orcs. I just lied to you again. We get to fight the Watcher on the water. So let's go ahead and start hastening some people. They're gonna set up a Fellowship Grace with Barathor, and then tell them to bail. Just because all of Hadhod's spirit stuff is so expensive. Alright, if we can taunt the Watcher, we might as well. And then we'll go ahead and throw a stone shield on Hadhod as well. Just to take some of the damage off. I'm tempted to throw on a Company Might as well. I think we will, just because this fight will get really grindy otherwise. So unfortunately, Elagos will not get these benefits. But, won't be too bad. Okay, Tentacle Frenzy again. It is annoying that that hits everyone. Okay, so Stone Shield on Idriel next. We can get one on everyone, but that'll be really good for reducing damage. And now we'll get Elagos in here. I don't remember if this thing can miss any of its attacks. We'll go for Pierce Will first, just because hitting it with spirit attacks is going to be our main source of damage. Because it's all Idriel and Hadhod have for range, so... Now we all have increased movement speed, and we'll get a stone shield on Elagos to finish. I'll probably just have to use Lembas on Hadhod a few times. You know, you do have other moves, Mr. Watcher. Alright, now we're at a pretty good place. I could drain Inspiration just to get it to maybe just use its one tentacle attack. Because as an attack which just attacks with one tentacle. So it only hits one of our teammates. I think just getting some damage in is going to be our best bet at getting out of this. Okay. Yep, and as expected, Hadhod's going to have to restore his own Lembas. I just saw Fellowship Grace restore just 1 AP for him. That was so dumb. I also don't know if any of this attacks count as melee attacks, but we might as well have Elagos go ahead and Piercing Might as well. Alright, anyway, now that everyone has Stone Skin... Oh, Hadhod doesn't actually. Oh, well, we'll throw out a Flaming Fury anyway, just to get some big damage out. Lava Fury. Now let's see how Creature Bane does this on attack. Pretty solid. Okay, if that's the most powerful attack and that's all it's doing to Hadhod, I don't really need to be too concerned about setting up another Stone Shield. I'm curious if Aim Shot does more, so we'll go ahead and try it. It does not. Okay, so Creature Bane is definitely the way to go. Yeah, Hadhod's not taking a lot of damage. We're fine. Keep using Flaming Fury because that's our biggest damage dealer against this water creature for some reason. Go ahead and Loudwater Fury. We can get to Galadriel Hadhod the next time that comes around. And Elagos will have to restore his own action points, unless we just wanted to do normal attacks, which I don't particularly want to do, because I'd like him to get action points from this. Man, the shields are lasting a long time on our teammates. Creature Bane. Okay, so we'll go ahead and heal Hadhod. And we'll we'll use Piercing Might so we can get 2 uses out of his skill point instead of just 1. Even though it'll be less damage. Because we only have 1 more Limbus. Elagos is going to start getting hit too, but he shouldn't get hit that bad. I mean, how long did it take before Hadhod... Or how long did it take before he even started taking damage in the first place? Fellowship Grace still up? It is not. Might be worth it to switch Idriel out to get that set back up for our 2 boys. Or we could just have Idriel do some damage and hope that that her turn will come around fast enough. Oh, wait, Berthor doesn't even have enough, does he? He does not. Gosh darn it. Alright. Just do damage. Hopefully enough to end the fight. Maybe? Hey, nice. And now everyone should have roughly equal. Idriel obviously more because she beat the thing. Okay, sweet. So yeah, confirmed. Any action at all counts.
Those tentacles are powerful.
Excellent. They're digging a way in.
He has opened the gate!
I knew he was good for something.
Yeah.
Stand back. It shall be a dwarf who first enters Moria.
Sure, buddy. Man, Elagos, you keep using your sword in cutscenes.
Fallen has failed. My people have failed.
This fight took place decades ago. Their bodies returned to dust.
Elagos, I'd really like to use your sword, at least for some of your abilities.
Thousands of years, Elf.
Heck, even just, I'd take 1 ability where you use your sword.
I do not find that amusing. Some small measure of their great power remains hidden here. I can feel it.
Let me help you reclaim it. For your people.
Let's go. Character development and trust. Runes of the 7 Kings. Many secrets still remain in these halls, yet to be found.
7 rings of power were given to the dwarf lords, great miners and craftsmen of the mountain halls. But they were deceived by the Dark Lord Sauron.
Well, the rings didn't actually have any effect on the dwarves, except just made them more greedy. Sauron didn't actually corrupt them at all.
But the dwarves hold many secrets.
At least not in the ways he did to the men, and try to do the elves.
The secret runes of their ancient kings remain lost in these empty halls. It is your secret to find, my friend.
Let's do it, baby. Alrighty. Let's go around and level everyone up. Get Elagos' strength up. Get Idriel's, I guess, just dump it into spirit for now. Again, we might balance her out later, and everyone else. We'll have to see how this goes. Berethor, I guess we'll get your speed up. If anyone should be balanced, it should be Berethor. And we'll throw the Elfstone of More Crafting on Hadhod, actually. I was going to throw it on Elagos, because he oftentimes runs out of action points. But he already has 4 of them. He doesn't really need any more. With Lane Inspiration, nice. 25% reduction in action points of all of Berethor's abilities while in perfect modes. So, most importantly right now, that'll make Fellowship Grace 90 action points, which is a which is great for setting up one or even two of those. Increase Elagos' ability to dodge enemy attack. That's also very helpful. Will Gift of Lorien, increase the amount of health Idriel restores when healing. Yeah, like I said, these passive abilities don't go up when you level up. So now that everyone's becoming level 11, they're gonna be able to get use out of their higher passive skills. And Hadad, you can work on Kingsfoil before going to Olympus, because Kingsfoil only requires one. And then nothing else yet for anyone. So let's go ahead and grab the chests in this room, if there are any. And of course, Hadad will stay up front because he's lower level than everyone else. Our first save point in Moria. Traveling. Selecting travel at save points will allow you to return to lands you've already visited. Yes, so there's a couple things that we get access to now. Over at our first save data, to get us to West Moria Entry Chamber, and it'll say we could travel, so we can go back to Eregion if we'd like. We have no need to do so right now, but I might do that just to grind up skills later, without gaining too much XP, just so I could get to those end level skills, because those are really cool, and I want to show those off. So I might have some grinding streams where I bring everyone back to Eregion to just grind out those skills. Congratulations, you have unlocked Evil Mode. Fight as Sauron's minions to unlock unique weapons and items for your party. Select more on the title screen and then select Evil Mode to access this feature. Yes, so we will do that now, and that's where we will end this stream. If we quit the game, and then go down here to More and Evil Mode, we can go to previous areas and get some excellent items, some usually improved items for our characters. So let's do the Eregion Evil Mode. And there's no overworld in any of this, we just do a few battles back to back. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the Rage of Sauron to buff our guys, and then we can debuff theirs. Don't use Weakening Slash on me. Let's take out Idriel first, because she's the healer. So the sooner we can take her down, the less healing she'll be doing to her teammates. And she's already down. And Curse of Orthanc to weaken Barethor and Elagos. I don't know if that means they take more damage or they deal less damage. It's not really clear. But they weren't doing that much to begin with. Now if we take out Elagos, they don't actually have a way to hit my archer because Barethor has no range attacks. So we're guaranteed to win, even though this isn't that hard of a fight to begin with. And Murder of Crows on Barethor. For not that much damage, but you know, it's better than nothing. He's already going to just his normal attack, so things are really not going well for him. And if this is a crit, that might just be the end of the fight again. Oh, it's the end anyway. Nice. I think there's either 3 or 4 fights. There's 4 fights, definitely. Creature Bane on Orc is an interesting choice. We're going to follow very much the same sort of strategy here. Target Idriel. Because as the healer, her role in the party is very important. And once she falls, things get a lot easier. Use Shadow Blades on Elagos. And follow that up with a Fell Slash, which might be enough to kill. Indeed it is. And Shadow Blades on Barethor. And that's enough to kill with a double critical. Jeez. I don't know why we're so strong or they're so weak. I guess it's just to balance it better for the player. And we go back against the troll. Barethor, that did fuck all. Hadad, so did that. You all should be ashamed. I guess the only one I should really be scared of is Elagos. Wow. That's really disappointing. Let's go ahead and target Barithor first, I guess, just because he's moving next. Because if we can do that, then we can go straight for Elagos with no consequences. And if we kill Elagos, which we should, especially with a crit, which I would have actually preferred on Hadhod. But I think Hadhod actually does take a hit here, because I've done these evil ones a lot, so I generally know how things go. And we can just club them down. And we're on to the final fight, which is actually a fight we don't get to see in our game. I don't know if there's any way to access this fight. I genuinely don't know if there's some sort of way somewhere, because we don't go anywhere that looks like this with Hadhod. So I don't know why this is here. And now the annoying part of fighting with Nazgul. They have 3 moves which all basically do the exact same thing. And they scream all the time. So whether you're fighting as a Nazgul or against a Nazgul, it's very annoying. I guess we'll just do Wraith Slash just because it's the quickest. I might do Wraith Thrust to show it off. And I think it is the most fitting of the Wraith's moves. Just because it looks like something that they'd do more than the others, I think. But I'm generally gonna stick with the first move, I think. Just because again, it's the fastest, so we don't have to hear as much of the Ring Wraith screaming. And Hadhod's down. Ooh, nice. Critical hits, just to make this go by faster, to be honest. So I guess while I'm wrapping this up, I'm gonna start my outro stuff, just because the only things I'll be talking about will be, I'll probably go back in and equip the items I get if I get anything that's equipable, because it might just be like Lembas and stuff. Oop, Elf Stones. Okay, I will go in and equip those. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, I will go in and equip those, but we're gonna start exiting out now. So thank you all so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Like I said, at the beginning, I touched on it before. I'll touch on it again. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and go over to that community poll so you can vote on which games you want to play. There are 3 in the main poll, but there's also another option with some games in the comments, in the comments section of that thread, which will be we'll go ahead and throw it on Hadhod. Yeah, it drills pretty good at not dying. Anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and vote on the community poll, but there's also games in the comments with the option called Other, and if you want, you can comment any of those games, and they will be considered alongside the games that are in the normal poll. There are 2 game slots up for grabs. So, or at least for my rotation. So I will be willing to throw 2 games from that whole list on there in the cycle, because right now I just have this and Pokemon. So as soon as I get a 3rd and 4th game on there, everything will really be done. And then, yeah, you can also, if you have anything to say about it, you can head over to the Discord. You can talk a bit more directly to me there, because I'll be checking up on that a lot more than I'll be checking up on the comments. And I just really like Discord because it helps you keep the community. and keep people talking. So that's a good place to be. And then, of course, this was streamed over on Twitch. So if you like, you can head over there and follow me so you know the next time I'm playing this game or any of my other games. So, thank you all so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. As always, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.